Hello guys, welcome to TMX Adventures. Lisa here. Hey, this is just a really quick encouragement video for you. If you have never made a gingerbread house like I have not ever made before, maybe this Christmas it's for you. All right, so today the kids said, hey, we'd really like to make one. I was a bit hesitant and I wasn't going to go buy a whole lot of lollies to do so. So I was like, rightio, let's give this a go. Now, we use the gingerbread biscuit recipe. That is from the festive flavour book in the Australian Cookidoo. And I made two big flat sheets with it. I don't have a mold. I don't have anything fancy. I do have a Thermomix and Cookidoo, right? So I did two flat sheets about the size, and when I say flat sheets of the dough, the gingerbread dough, and they were about the size of an A4 piece of paper, okay? Then what I did is I went to a website, thinkitstaste.com. They've got a gingerbread house downloadable mold. I'm going to put that in the link of this video, okay, down the bottom. So you can go grab that printable, that template, and I actually did 2 to a page. So it gave me, because you need to print it twice, okay? Little pro tip, print it twice. You need to have 2 of each panel, 2 sides, 2 fronts, 2 roofs, and then 2 chimney bits, okay? So print it 2 to a page twice, and you've got all your bits then. You cut it out. Then once your sheet is not cold, you don't want it to be cold, but getting cold, you lay your templates on top, grab a big sharp knife and just cut it out, okay? Then you do want it to cool, and you want it to cool to room temperature. And then from there, you don't put it in the fridge or anything like that. You make sure it's quite dry. You do not want this to be soft, because otherwise when you go to assemble it, it'll just crumble. If it is crumbly, I would put it back in the oven to dehydrate it a bit longer. But then this afternoon, and that was probably, I don't know, 10 or 11 o'clock this morning. It's now just coming up to 6 o'clock that I made that. So it's only been the day. Then to decorate, royal icing. Okay, it is part of a gingerbread recipe, a gingerbread house recipe on Cookidoo. I wonder if I've got it in my week. Here we go. Do I? Yes. Gluten-free gingerbread house might be the recipe I use to make the royal icing. Okay, let me just pop down and check I'm giving you the right thing. Yeah, and it's got 240 grams of pure icing sugar, and egg white, and some lemon juice. I only needed 1 batch, which is amazing. That's what I was like, oh, how many batches am I going to need? I used my disposable bags from the mix shop. I put probably 4/5 of the icing in one that was just white, and then I got the other 2 into a bowl, made up green, made up red, because that's what the kids requested, and they were only little bits, like it was only about that much in the bottom of a piping bag. Got them to design what they wanted, got them to do it on, and that is top tip number 1. Decorate the panels before you assemble, okay? This royal icing kind of sets, you can see this hanging here. It sets as it gets left alone. So I got the kids to decorate each panel, then I just put them in the fridge for just about 2-3 minutes. Then we got them out, okay? So then the icing was all set. All right, now hot tip number 2, pins, sewing pins. Somebody said this to me today because I asked. I said, okay guys, first time, give me any hints you got. And they said sewing pins to hold it together. Amazing. I barely needed any, but it was a good place to kind of start, okay? So hot tip number 2, sewing pins to hold the panels up while you put them together. Because they're already decorated, they're relatively easy to kind of handle. It's set, it's not too bad. I did accidentally put my finger in one bit, but it just flattened it. It was easy to fix. Okay, tip number 3, be generous with the icing at the end. So you'll notice when you finally do have it together, there'll be little gaps in the roof and things like that. That's where you use the leftover white icing and some green to kind of fill it all in. And it all looks amazing. Check this out. Look at this, didn't the kids, the boys have done the most beautiful job. There's a little holly in the corner. There's candy canes. Check that out. Now I've still got the pins in. Okay. I don't know if I trust myself taking them out. Someone said to me, if it falls over, hot tip number 3, if it falls over, get yourself a dinosaur and put it on top, and the dinosaur wrecked it all. I thought that was absolutely fantastic. So there you go. If you've been putting it off, like I have, making a gingerbread house because you're like, can I do this? Like, I'm not for fiddly things. You guys know this. I don't have creativity. I don't have patience. it's doable, okay? I'll link the template that you can print out below, but definitely worthwhile. It doesn't have to cost you the earth in sugary lollies. You can make that royal icing. It's amazing. I don't think I've ever, oh, maybe I've done some cookies very many years ago with the royal icing, but it's foolproof. You can do that. So there you go. Highly recommend those two recipes, the royal icing from the gluten-free gingerbread house and the gingerbread biscuit recipe as the actual one you use. The reason I knew it was going to be good was it was the one very many years ago that came with our gingerbread house mold that we used to have in the mix shop. I don't think we have it anymore, okay? So there you go. Hope this encourages you this festive season. Share this video with someone you know who has a Thermomix and needs to make a gingerbread house this Christmas. Show them how easy it is, okay? Because it is certainly something you can do with your Thermomix and Cookidoo this year. But take care, and I'll see you in the next video soon. Bye for now.